that was on there last night or yesterday that we hadn't talked about. I skipped over it and I didn't realize it. But today's date, write that down. And don't forget this strategy because it is pretty handy if you have to multiply anything times 25. This will work if you multiply anything times 25. So pay attention. If you get it, fantastic. If you don't get it and want to know more about it, just let us know. And we'll take care of it. So 25 times 128, if you remember, 25, the whole number is similar to 25 hundredths. It's the same number, but it's a fraction of a whole. And the decimal, 25 hundredths, is equal to what fraction? 25 hundredths is what fraction? 1/4. So when you multiply a number times 25, if you find a fourth of the number first, and we've been working on that for several months, 1/4 of 128, we can figure out that. Well, I know we can all figure it out, but what's 1/4 of 128, someone? Most of you can do that in your head. If you can't, just copy it down and divide 128 divided by 4. Tanner?
32.
30, I'm not, you're telling me. 32, okay. And then since 25 is 100 times larger than 25 hundredths, all you have to do is multiply 32 times 100 and you'll get the answer to this. So what's the answer to 25 times 128? Mr. Marty?
3,200.
3,200. Okay, let's try another one. Any times you're multiplying times 25. So over here on the right now, 25 times 32. What is 1/4 of 32? So write the problem down so you see it. 1/4 of 32 is how much? This is an easier one. John? 8. And then all you have to do is multiply 8 times what number did I say? 100, and you'll get the answer to the original problem. What's 8 times 100? 800. That took 12, 15 seconds. So instead of doing the mom and pop or the ratio table or any other of the longer methods, this is the quarter strategy. Let's try another one. Works with larger numbers too. 25 times 242. And we'll review this periodically, so if you don't fully understand it yet, you will. Or you may not, but it is another thing to use. So instead of setting it up and doing mom and pop, what's 1/4 of 242? Most of you can do this in your brains, but if you can't, remember, just get a piece of paper out, or even a calculator if you got one handy. What's 1/4 of 242? And sometimes it works out equally, sometimes it doesn't. What do you think?
121.
No, that'd be half, I believe.
Oh, yeah. It should be 60 and a half.
60 and a half. Very good. For those of you that didn't see why it's 60 and a half, let's look. How many 4s fit into 24, everybody? 6. And you multiply, and we get 0. And then after you get 0, you bring the 2 down. And remember that thing that we forget sometimes. When you bring a number down and you still can't divide, what do you have to do? No, what do you have to do first? John? You have to place the 0 in the quotient. If you forget that, then it's going to be completely wrong. And then we have what left over? 2/4, which is a half, which is 5/10. And then if you multiply 60 and 5/10 times 100, this is one of the other skills we've worked on. Multiplying a decimal number times 100 means the decimal is going to move over how many places, Mr. Burgess? 2 places, right? 1, 2. So our answer is 6,050.
There's no 6.
What? No 6.
There's a 6. That's a 6. Yeah.
That's a 6. 6,050. Yeah. No, it was sloppy. I'll give you that. So instead of doing all this, you can just watch. You can do it along with us if you want. 5 times 2,
And then
regroup. 5 times 4 plus 1,
21.
21, regroup. 5 times 2 plus 2.
12.
And then remembering my placeholder, 2 times 2,
4.
2 times 4,
8.
2 times 2.
4.
Add that all up and we get 0, 5, 10, 4, 5, 6. Same answer, just using mom and pop. One more. Now what do you notice that's different with this one compared to the other 3? Whoops, I don't know why my camera's so glitchy. What's the difference? Caden?
1 doesn't have a decimal.
One, you're right, one doesn't have a decimal. Well, actually, neither of them have a decimal, right? But what's different between 79 and the other numbers that I multiplied times 25? Who sees what's different? Math?
79 is odd and the rest is
79 is odd. Do you think it'll still work?
yeah.
Yep, it'll work. So let's check it out. Write it down, folks. Any times you multiply times 25, find a fourth of 79. And that'll turn out to be a mixed number. So what's 79 divided by 4? How many 4s fit into 79? How many 4s fit into 79? Yep.
19.
Well, I'm sorry, 79, not 74. I don't look at that. How many 4s fit into 7 first? Sorry.
1.
1. Multiply and subtract to get 3.
39.
Bring down our 9. And how many 4s fit into 39 then? 9, right? Because you said 19, which is 36. Subtract that for a remainder of 3. Now, what would this look like then as a decimal number? So first, what's the mixed number going to be? Remainder over divisor is 19 3/4. What is that as a decimal? What's 19 3/4? What? 19.75. Multiply that times 100, and what do we get? How many zeros? Or just move the decimal over how many places? 2 places. So our answer is 1,975. It's a little more chaotic. There's more things to do, but I don't know. It's kind of more puzzle-like. Mom and Pop works fantastic, so if that's working for you, just stick with it. But this is just another one of the things you can do to multiply. So along with our ratio tables, along with our double and half, along with our over strategy, Mom and Pop, partial products, lattice. We're forgetting any? How many was that? 6? 7? Area model. I think we have plenty of, I think we said partial products. We have plenty of ways to multiply.